Hey, this is Christina, and I am back to finish the book Frost Friends Forever, the second book in the Diary of an Ice Princess chapter book series. We're going to finish up the story today. We're going to finally find out what happens. I'm recording today from one of my children's rooms because it's the quietest room in the house. I hope everybody is doing very well today. Okay, so we ended with Lina and Claudia stuck in a snowstorm. At first they were despairing. Now they know they're going to try to solve the problem. They've dumped everything out of their backpack that they brought to see what they have. They had the bowl, the flashlight, the glitter, and they have made a plan. They have a super ice distress signaler. So this is the sketch that Lina and Claudia made using the markers that they brought. So Lina is going to create this magic ice column, and Claudia is going to take that metal mixing bowl that she was sledding in, and she's going to put it underneath and shine the flashlight down. So what's going to happen? The flashlight's going to shine into the bowl and reflect up into this column of ice and make a signal. And of course there's glitter because, as Claudia says, glitter makes everything better, right? Okay, so let's read and find out what happens. This chapter is called A Flash of Brilliance. I have never tried to use my winter magic in the middle of an actual snowstorm before, but diary, there is a first time for everything. I held out my hands while the cold wind blasted my face. I took a deep breath and focused. An ice column began to rise from the ground. Up it climbed like a skyscraper. Claudia stood by, tossing handfuls of glitter onto it. By the time we finished, the ice column was so tall I couldn't see the top. We got in position for the next step. I held the mixing bowl at the base of the column while Claudia operated the flashlight. We decided to flash the SOS signal, which means we need help. It goes like this. S is 3 short flashes. O is 3 long flashes. And then you do another S, 3 short flashes. So that's Morse code, I think. Yes, that's Morse code. And so those are the letters SOS. The blizzard swirled all around us while Claudia flashed the signal again and again. Every time she flashed the light, my ice column lit up all sparkly. The glitter definitely helped. It was a beautiful distress call, but we had no idea whether it was really going to work. Gusty barked and ran in circles around the column of ice. I know you want to help, buddy, but unless you can operate a flashlight, you're going to need to be quiet. But Gusty would not stop barking into the storm. Look, Gusty is going nuts over there. What's gotten into him? Asked Claudia. I have no idea. Gusty, calm down. It's just a light. That's when we heard it. Voices. Was the storm playing tricks on our ears? And then I heard someone far away calling, hello, hello. I bent down to Gusty. I know I just told you to be quiet, Gusty, but I need you to make a lot of noise right now. Gusty threw his head back. Diary, my little pup howled like a wolf. Sweet Gusty. Through the storm, we saw flashlights. A group of people came towards us. That's when I saw a face that made me literally jump with joy. Dad! Oh, yay, they got found! And chapter 18 is called My Really Great Great Aunt. Dad was shocked to find out that the SOS signal he and the other pilots had been following led him straight to Claudia and me. We were the last people he expected to find on the ground during the snowstorm. We followed him back to the airfield with the other pilots who had come out to look for us. They gave us blankets and hot chocolate. Gusty got water and some really good ear scratches. Claudia and I thanked each pilot for coming out in the storm to find us, and then Claudia got to call her parents and talk to them for a long time. I could tell she felt so much happier after hearing their voices. Dad, I asked, I'm going to be in the biggest trouble of my life when I get home, aren't I? He crossed his arms, then hugged me. Maybe, but for now we can't even get home. The weather report says this storm is going to last for days. Are you sure about that? Asked one of the pilots who was looking out the window. Because the snow just stopped and the sun is coming out. We all ran to the window, amazed. How could a huge blizzard all of a sudden just stop? Oh, I'm showing you the words. I could do that though, right? Dad tapped my shoulder and pointed up to the sky. I think somebody must have noticed you were missing. If you didn't know what to look for, Diary, you would have thought it was a bird, but I knew exactly who it was. So who do you think it was that was flying through the sky? Great Aunt Eastia swooped through the clouds, her coat flapping out behind her. She was using her wind tamer powers to warm the air and blow the blizzard away. So Great Aunt Eastia brings like a warm wind. That's her power. I knew she hated being in the cold, so I appreciated her even more. In that moment, I was really proud of my great aunt. I hoped that when she found out what Claudia and I did, she'd be proud of me too. Chapter 19, An Almost Perfect Sleepover. So, Diary, that was the end of our big adventure with the blizzard. Well, almost the end. After Great Aunt Eastia cleared all the snow away, Dad flew me, Claudia, and Gusty back to the palace in his plane. When Mom opened the castle doors, she gave me a big, tight hug, and then she said, Lina, you are in the biggest trouble of your life. Which, that's exactly what Lina thought she would say, right? To my surprise, it was Great Aunt Eastia who saved me. How can you talk about punishment when these poor, precious girls have been lost in the snow? She cooed. She put her arms around me and Claudia and squeezed us until we couldn't breathe. We can scold them later. Now is the time to spoil them rotten. So what do you girls want? Pizza? Hot dogs? You want to stay up late and skate all over the castle? Your Great Aunt Eastia is going to treat you like little princesses. Aw, she loves her great niece, doesn't she? Actually, I said, rubbing my arms, I would love some of your hot turnip soup if you have any left. Claudia nodded, and all I want to do is crawl into bed and go straight to sleep. And Diary, that is pretty much what we did. Oh, they look so cozy with Gusty right there. But they're so happy to be there. And that is the end. That's the closing image of the book. And I don't know if you knew this, but in the back of every Ice Princess book is a science activity. Because as you know, Lina loves science. She goes to a STEAM academy, so a science and arts academy. So she loves art and science, just like me. And so we put science activities in the back of every book. And the one in the back of this book is instructions on how to make an ice lantern. And it's one of my very favorite activities. It's so easy. All you need is a cup, like a plastic or a paper cup, a freezer, and then if you have like a flashlight or a little, like one of those little battery operated candles, something that makes light, you can put it inside and you can make a kind of like a super ice signaler, kind of like what Lina made in the book. So thank you so much for listening to Frost Friends Forever. It has been a pleasure reading this with you. And there are 4 books in the Diary of an Ice Princess series that are out now. Then the books 5 and 6 are coming out later in the year 2020. So pretty soon there are going to be 6 books in the series. And I hope you check all of them out. And you can find out about all of my books on my website, soontornvat.com. Until then, have a great day, happy reading, and I hope I get to read with you again.